So many people want to know the type of things we do in Siberian Russia. Well, I went back to Baikal, Alaska to link up with my good friend Anatoly, and we're going to be showing you the type of things that exist in Irkutsk city. This is Irkutsk, the capital of the Irkutsk Oblast. Stay tuned because this is a jam-packed video. So many things are going to be shown here. This is real life in Russia. This is real life in Siberia. And well, we'll see you throughout the video. Welcome to Baikal, Alaska. I've been here before. I have shown you the other projects, Baikal and Alaska, and I am currently standing on future plans. This is going to be called California. We have a very jam-packed episode today because I am finally here in Baikal, Alaska in better weather. Okay, we want to talk about the activities that you guys can do here in the heart of Siberia, Irkutsk Oblast. And I believe that Baikal, Alaska is the epicenter for everybody coming from around the world. In this place, we are the beacon of friendship. Now, before we go on and do other things, I want to show you what California is looking like now. It will be looking like Baikal and Alaska buildings. But let's look at the raw material, the raw building right now. This may not look like much, right? And it may look very small, but in only a few seconds, I'm going to show you what this can turn into. It looks like an empty box. And remember, this is going to be California. Each room is going to be built after a certain location in California. Now let's show you what an end product can look like. And this is the Kodiak room in the Alaska portion. Again, remember, this is Alaska. There's also Baikal, but like I was telling you guys, the center of the world here in Russia for unity and friendship is in Irkutsk, and this room will represent it. As you can see, it is designed in a way that you can see Alaska. The vibes are here, and look at this finished product. A beautiful bed, and behind that perfectly made bed, like I said, we have this image of a well, and this is called the Kodiak room. Okay, this is one of the largest islands in Alaska, and you can see it everywhere, represented even here with the Kodiak bear and the Kodiak island. And if you look down here, Baikal, Alaska Park Hotel. All of the hotel rooms are strategically facing east. So from your balcony here in Baikal, Alaska, whether it's from the future California, the Alaska, or the Baikal buildings, you're going to be able to see the sunrise off the balcony. So now I'm going to open this door and show you exactly where you should be looking at. This is absolutely beautiful. Now you'll see into the distance, Irkutsk is actually growing. Okay, and I'll tell you exactly where the sun should be rising from. So if you stay here again, look towards the east, and the rooms are already set up for that. The river that you're looking at here is the Angara River. This is the only river that drains out of Lake Baikal. And if you look in between the tower and these cluster of buildings, the sun should be rising somewhere in that direction. Now that you know a little bit more about Baikal, Alaska and the future California, it's time to move on. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about so many different things that you could do here in the Irkutsk region. The true soul of Siberia, the true soul of Russia is here on the edges of Lake Baikal, on the edges of Angara River. So let's get down from the balcony and let's go into the park. When we leave the buildings, the hotel rooms, and we come outside, there's a park behind the hotel. Now in this park, you're going to be able to go into the warm pools. There's many activities, warm pools, archery, barbecue areas, paintballing. There is too many things to name, but what you have to know is that when you come into a place like this, there's going to be international people. I've met many people from Europe, from the Americas, and so behind me, it's very close to the hotel and you get to enjoy it. One of the many activities, like I mentioned, that there is in this park is this scaling activity. You are on a harness and you climb up, and when you get to the top, you get the option to jump down or go down the stairs. Right now, there's somebody up there debating whether they should jump or not. Check it out. Remember, guys, stay until the end of the video because we are going to be shooting the most iconic weapons from Russia, which is the AK-47, and we're going to be using the M4 here in Irkutsk Oblast. Stay tuned. And that's all it is. It's just mind over matter. So we are on the edges of the Angara River. We have here local Russian people barbecuing on the shores of Baikal, Angara. And from what I understand, the people will make shashlik. It costs them no money to come here to cook their meat, okay? You have to understand, in Russia, wherever you can cook, you can enjoy. And they offered me a beer, I had to take it, local tradition. But yes, take a look at the shashlik. I've mentioned many times, you can run into many different people, and the people here are absolutely friendly. We're barbecuing on the edges of Angara. They've offered me a beer, and if I stay here long enough, I'm pretty sure they would feed me. Guys, you have to come check this place out. Let's head back into the park and see what else we can find. The slogan here in Baikal, Alaska is close enough to the city but away from the hustle. And there's no better representation than with this. Behind me, there is one of the bridges that connects into the absolute center of the city, and we can see it from here. It's very close. But away from the hustle, that means take some leisure time into a beautiful banya. And this banya happens to be on the shores of Angara River, or an inlet. So you can leave the city and relax in a true Russian way with the banya. Inside of these banyas is actually very spacious. You know, they're floating banyas. This is a new way of leisure time in Baikal, Alaska, and the park next to it. So you can see behind me there's a nice cozy room where you can do all of your clothes changing. There are many hangers here inside the room. There are many towels, right? And many people obviously want their tea. You see a lot of cups here, a lot of different things. They also have a bathroom in here, which it's a full bathroom, okay? Toilet, shower, and somewhere to wash your hands. And the most important thing is the banya. Let's check it out. This banya is essentially for people who want to relax away from the city. You can bring your wife, you can bring your partner, and it has all of the different things that are necessary to actually be a real banya. So outside, you get to plunge into this very cold. I would say it's very cold for some of you guys because you guys are from very, very warm California, Arizona, Texas, right? But look at these views, guys. Right in front of the banya, you have the inlet of Angara, and you have everything you need here on the shores. I would advise you guys to come in summer and in winter, because in winter this is a whole different beast. And let's keep moving along. Something that a lot of Americans especially ask me is about archery. Does it exist in Russia? And it does. You can come to this park next to Baikal, Alaska, and you can book either training, and you can go out on an excursion. They can train you to use these things. I've never used it, but they can plan outdoor adventures for you designed around archery. Okay, so it's very important for you to understand that America is not the only place where people do archery. You can do it here in Irkutsk. Simon is going to try the hardest bow, and then I'll try. So you're going to try first. And by the way, we are going to go shooting later, as you saw in the beginning of this video. So let's try it first, the archery. Go ahead. Okay, keep working. He says you can shoot the bird? Yeah, you can. Okay, that new target engaged. Right on top of the head, the bird's head. We have Ksenia learning how to shoot, or we're gonna see how good she does.
Когда будете натягивать, натягивайте до щеки, чтобы большой палец касался. И когда будете отпускать, просто руку назад. Расслабляете пальцы. Посильнее. Надо натягивать.
Almost.
Прям до щеки.
Oh, okay, you got it on there.
Теперь делаете, получается, корректировку и стреляете пониже.
Nice. That was a good shot. This is your third shot, yeah? All right.
No, full.
Just go for it. Let's see what happens. Simon will shoot next, see if he can beat you. Okay. Well, I learned from what he told him. Simon got instructions. I just paid a little bit of attention on how to draw the bow. I tried my best. Now let's go to Patriot Park here in Irkutsk. This is what you guys have been waiting for. The guns. Let's go. Remember, guys, stay until the end of the video because it's almost time to see us shoot these two weapons. You guys have waited long enough, but it's almost time. Stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and like. All right, we made it on location to Patriot Park. You can see we're in the building. Thanks to Anatoly, he hooked us up. He has the catalog here. We're gonna show it to you a little bit later, but Simon, what weapon are you gonna use today?
I'll try out the most iconic Russian and Soviet weapon, which is AK-47, of course.
And keeping with the friendship theme, they do have American weapons, and I'm gonna be doing the M4. Anatoly, you're gonna use both?
Of course. Of course. I will use same gun and check
That
how it be.
M4 and AK-47 today in Patriot Park in Irkutsk. Let's go.
Now.
In this location, it's not only Russian people who can shoot. I'm an American and I hold American and Mexican citizenship, and they've allowed me to register myself to shoot. And they have a wide variety of weapons. We spoke that we will be using the AK-47 and the M4, but their selection is massive. I'll leave the link down below so that you can check out the different weapons that they have. You can translate their website to English very easily. Okay, so as the instructor here is letting us know that this is a civilian version of the, what was it, AKM, the civilian version AK-47. This weapon here is the most common weapon used around the world, exported even to Afghanistan. I've told you guys I've served in the Marine Corps. This is what the Taliban were using. This is chambered in .762. This weapon here is iconic around the world, and this is why we chose this weapon. Simon is going to be shooting the AK-47. Now, compare this weapon with the M4, chambered in .556. This weapon here is one of the most iconic weapons for the United States Marine Corps. I used the M16. This is something that they gave to NCOs, non-commissioned officers. Both weapons are in semi-automatic only. I understand that the M4 has 3-round burst, and the AK-47, I believe, can go full automatic maybe, right? The non-civilian weapon. They can shoot in different modes, but we are using the most iconic weapons, the M4 and the AK-47 today. Our instructor is going to give us a little bit of pointers, but I am very surprised that they have American weapons here because their weapons are much bigger. I've encountered them in combat, and so let's give these guys a try.
Зато один раз оттянул, отпустил. Левая нога чуть впереди, правая чуть сзади. Коленочки расслабил, пресс на носочки, пятки не открываешь. За цевьё взял, приклад в плечо, вот сюда, между плечом и ключицей, впадина подключичная. Ставил, подтянул, щекой прислоняешься нормально. Выжил свободный ход, вот, потянул, он провалится. И потом нежно дотягивай. Чем нежнее надавишь, тем точнее попадешь. В плечо левой рукой посильнее подтягиваешь, чтобы фиксировать лучше. Потом его запихаешь сюда. Вот. Фланец чуть-чуть поближе тыльную сторону. Вот сюда ставь. Вот так вот. Запихивай и туда толкай его. Вот. Очки, наушники все одеваем. О, расслабься, расслабься. Отдохни. Все, смотри. Вот. Приклад под мышкой, чтобы не перевешивал автомат. Рукой бери его. Бери. Теперь угол ставил, тяни на себя. Оп, молодец. Предохранитель что, зафиксировал. Мушка посередине целика, в центре мишени номер 1. Правую руку максимально расслабляй, дави только серединкой ногтевой фаланги, нежно, аккуратно. По готовности огонь. Тяни аккуратно, тянем, 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 мушка в центре. Давай, 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 тяни, не бойся. Все хорошо. Плавнее нажимай, аккуратнее, не дергай. Мушку чуть-чуть повыше подними на миллиметр. И еще плавнее прожми спуск. Только палец на правой руке указательной работает. Старайся его не дергать, а дави серединкой. Не дергай, протяни плавно, хорошо? Молодец, что-то попадаешь.
Круто.
Чек. Проверить оружие.
Так,
Отстегиваем магазин. Пусто?
пусто.
Пусто. Затвор оттянули. Пусто. Контрольный спуск. На мониторе можешь увидеть свое попадание. Все, один раз ввел. Смотри, расслабься, не напрягайся. Отдачи не будет здесь. У него патрон мелкокалиберный, высокоимпульсный. Серединка ногтевой фаланги. Первая мишень. Прицеливайся. Давай. Держи мушку в центре мишени и нежно тяни спуск. Прям нежно. Восьмерка слева. Давай, еще плавнее, без рывков. Просто тяни его потихонечку. Не знаю куда.
Девятка, нет?
Держи, мушка посередине мишени. Тянем аккуратненько. Не дергай, тяни. Восьмерка снизу слева. Нежнее спуск, прям протяни его. Пул слоули. Семерка слева сверху. Че палец так глубоко заводишь? Вот этим местом дави. Еще? Или все у тебя? Посмотри. Все, закончил. Теперь смотри. Отлично. Затвор оттягиваем, отпускаем. Можно левой, можно правой рукой. Какой удобнее. Все, супер. Мушка ровная, в центре мишени, посередине целика. Правую кисть расслабили, не напрягаем. Кисть расслаблена, работает только указательный палец. По готовности огонь. Восьмерка снизу, спуск плавнее, мушку чуть повыше. Огонь. Хорошо, десятка снизу, молодец, так и стреляй. Восьмерка снизу, мушку обратно наверх подними, спуск. Девятка сверху, хорошо. Еще плавнее спуск, мушку чуть повыше. Выключенный. Наверх. Включенный.
Рабочий режим.
Да, вот сейчас он не стреляет.
Ага, вот.
Вниз опусти его. Он включенный. Вот сюда. Оп. Все. Расслабься. Ни о чем не думай. Думай только о том, как удержать мушку в центре мишени номер 2. И плавно протягивай спуск.
Понял?
Окей. Тяни потихонечку. Не думай про выстрел. Думай только про мушку. Как и... Десятка. Молодец. Восьмерка. Плавнее. Не дергай. Первый выстрел хорошо сделал. Второй уже дернул. Тяни потихоньку. Тяни. Не дергай. Тяни. 9 на границе. Хорошо, молодец. Все. Плавно спуск, попадешь в десятку. Девятка.
Ready.
Чуть плавнее. Граница 8-7. Смотри.
This is the difference in the type of ammunitions that these weapons shoot. Obviously, this is the 7.62, which is for the AK-47. That's what we're going to be shooting today. This is the standard NATO 5.56, and we're going to be using it for the M4. We're going to be having 5 shots per weapon. I mentioned in this location, you don't need to be Russian. They've had people from all over the world. And I myself, this is going to be my first time shooting in Russia. I was at a weapons exposition in Moscow, but this is going to be the first time I am using weapons inside of Russia. You don't need a license. You can come here and meet the instructor, and he'll get you ready to go. When you grab these weapons, you just feel that the M4 is lighter just visually. This right here is made perhaps obviously much different. I'm not sure how this is operated. This is gas operated. I don't know what the AK works like, okay? I'm not a gun expert on the Russian weapons, but the difference in how they look is very obvious. The difference in how they operate when we shoot is very obvious. You've heard what the rounds sound like every time they pull the trigger, the different sounds. These are icons in their own rights, so let's go ahead and shoot them. I'm going to be shooting the M4 first. I'm going to be loading the magazine in And we're going to be shooting this first because I'm a little bit more comfortable with this weapon. I think that it's going to be much different, obviously. So when you load a weapon, you have to make sure that you have a round chambered in. I checked. Okay. All right, it seems to be off safety, which is already wrong for me, but
Target number 3, okay?
okay.
If you're ready, you can shoot.
I'm off.
9.
That's fucking wrong.
10. Nice shot.
I missed, I think.
8. Left side. 10. 10.
Okay. So I don't know what I shot. We'll show you right now. What I can tell you is the feeling of shooting these weapons again. This is the first time I've touched a weapon, an M4, since I was in Afghanistan. Smelling that, I can almost cry. We're gonna look at what I shot, and we'll continue. More comfortable with the M4, and I happened to shoot 3 10s, an 8, and a 9. The instructor actually corrected me because this was my 4th shot. He told me I shot to the left, and I corrected it over to this shot here. But the M4 I'm comfortable with, even though I've never shot with those sights. I shot with an ACOG. Now it's time to shoot the AK. I think I'm going to do bad. We will see.
If you have safety, you can check your barrel. It's empty? Yes, it's empty. Cool.
Nice. You just...
Полностью заведи.
Oh.
Middle of your finger, middle.
Oh, here?
This part, yes. And pull it slowly and carefully. Yes, like this. One more time. One, and slowly pull. Yes, nice.
Okay, I didn't move these. Everything's good?
Yes, one.
Okay, good. Oh, okay, this is what I was wondering. Interesno. Okay. You can come close for this. This is the first time in my life that I'm going to load a 7.62 on a non-American weapon. I've shot 7.62 on a 240 machine gun, but I've never done it on a non-American weapon.
No.
Where the hell is it? Oh, туда. Хорошо. Okay. So another interesting thing is that you have to clip it here, and now it clips in for the AK. Oh, I have to down,
Yes.
rack. We're in.
Yes, okay.
Number 4 or number 3?
Shoot number 3. Relax your right hand, only finger work.
Damn.
Wait.
Okay. Even where I hold it, guys, is much different.
Yes.
I don't think I hit anything there.
Pull the trigger slowly.
Okay.
Okay? Slowly and carefully. Middle of your finger. Yes, nice shot. 8 down. A little bit upper.
Okay.
Okay? slowly and carefully. Ten.
1 second. This is weird. Okay. I don't know. Is that it?
If you want to check, do it like this. Empty,
Uh-huh.
empty.
Okay. Man, this is weird. Oh, it has to stay down? Okay. This is so crazy, guys. I knew I was going to do very bad. I didn't think I was going to do that bad, but I knew it was going to be bad. The weapon is beautiful. The kick that you get from the AK is much different. I was anticipating, when I shoot with the M4, I'm not going down. You're never supposed to go into the weapon. But for some reason, I'm intimidated by the AK, and I was just going down on it. I'll come back in the future. I'll get a little bit of more experience with this weapon. Absolutely pleased. Thank you so much for having us. I want to shake your hand. Thank you for the instructions. And yeah, guys, this is all here in Irkutsk Oblast. Come visit, please. I'm going to be taking this home. This is what I shot today. And if you guys want to see what went down, again, bro, this is his right here. This is mine.
My 5 shots here, 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 and here. So 8s and 7s. I'm pretty proud of it for the first time, man.
Hey, it was nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Let's head out. We're going to be ending the day off with something really beautiful. Anatoly and his team actually planted some trees a long time ago. They made sure that the seedlings grew, and now they're going to put them into the ground. So enjoy these last shots from Baikal, Alaska. We did so much. We went shooting, showed you a little bit about the park. Now it's time to give you guys some air from the shores of Angara with these trees that we're going to plant.
Так, ну что? Сюда не надо второй. Вот это закопай яму. Здесь не надо садить дерево. Вот туда.
А куда?
Рано тащите. Положите их на землю. Положи. Лопату несите сюда. Вика.
Ага, вот две части бери.
Смотри, папа дерево садит.
Погоди-ка. Надо внутрь туда их. Видишь, тут щелочку сделал.
Так, я ровно лежу. Смотри, корни, попробуй там.
Папа будет садить. Смотри,
Чтобы они
точно.
ровненько были.
Какое дерево, смотри.
Ломались.
Ну да. Давай ниже пускай.
Ты только сам там корневой, да, пробуй. Только, да?
Unfortunately, while we were planting these trees, somebody's house caught on fire. A 2-story wooden house in the center of Irkutsk is burning now, and that's unfortunately how we're gonna sign off with this.